Welcome back, man. We opened the wallet. I told you I was going to do it, and the moths are flying, and this is a good thing. So, I added something I have never added in terms of an ETF today. I'm excited. We continue to see what I've been telling you. Hey, XRP starting to bounce back. The last week, you're starting to see it. Today was a big day. The 5 crossing that 13 EMA. What are you talking about, Mo? I'm going to show you. It's enough for me to add a little bit of that. I bought a brand new crypto. Some of you guys already know it. This thing is just quietly running it up. It's hitting past some key moments when it comes to the technicals. I'm jumping on board. We got some other plays out there. I also bought. You're going to see it all because I'm going to share the portfolios in this video. Folks, we're on fire. And to pull up, just to be blunt here, for those who have not done it. And right now, everybody has a chance to do something I've never done before, ever. This is a first. First link down below. I am giving everyone a chance now to get a 3-day pass, a free 72 hours in the Discord this week during prime time. Yes. And I'm only going to do this. I said I was going to do it for a day. Today's the day. If you have not gotten in there, get in there. This is a 1-day thing I'm trying. I'm going to give everybody who's always wanted to be a member in the Discord. I normally do this over at Patreon. This is through WAP.com. They allow me the trials. This is an awesome opportunity. I'm working with them to allow this for everybody who wanted to get in there. And they got a great app you can download. It is so simple. So if you have ever wanted to do this, you can now do the learner or earner tier. And I would definitely do the earner tier because I'm going to be live stream trading tomorrow. And you can finally see that. And it's in private. We don't, it is what it is. So yeah, there you go. That's the first link down below. And the webinar is ready and stocked. We just did it before I went live here. The spots are opened up. You guys can come in here and sign up for the technical analysis. We got all the good stuff, the 4-step framework. So get in there, take advantage. Now, I know what a lot of you are thinking. Mo, get to it. I want to see those portfolios. What are the moves you made? How are the charts looking? Is everything changing? And the answer is yes. And it's just not me saying it. I know, I can sense it out there in the world of retail. There's no way, Mo, there's no way that this is changing in the middle of the worst month of the year historically. There's no way it's going to continue to actually show strength when it just seems like it needs to crash. There's no way. And remember, when retail is feeling fear, and I can tell you, I see it too. I feel it. I talk to people. They're all fearful. That's when the big money starts to make quiet moves. The charts allow us to see those moves, and it takes emotion out of it. Remember, I trade without emotion. It doesn't mean I'm not happy or sad when something goes the right way or the wrong way. But I look at the numbers without emotion. I look at the chart without emotion. And that's one thing I know a lot of people can't do. So I'm making moves based on what I'm seeing. And those moves today were a positive move. I added in more than I normally do because the moves are starting to show it. I am still at a mere fraction of what I want to have by the end of this year. But as we get through this month, the Treasury is loading the boat with in the checking account to get up to the 800 to 850 billion. They're almost there. So that headwind is going to turn into nothing real soon. In other words, the liquidity drain from the overall markets is about complete. So good things are starting to happen, and I'm seeing that in the big money getting positioned. And we're going to talk more in the next few seconds. First things first, though, let's go ahead and check out Coinbase. Coinbase over here doing what it's doing, up $1,100 today. All right, $1,100 there. And of course, we move to my big one. Boom. Let's get right to it. Another good day. For everybody, and think about this. Can I get a thumbs up? Can I get a like? Hit the like button for me for being transparent. If you guys get this over 1,000 likes, I'll continue to show it. I want to know people appreciate being the most transparent YouTuber out there in the finance niche. Absolutely, bar none. You show me where they're showing you the live thing, sharing their moves. No paywall. You guys can see it. Now, if you want to get up to the minute, up to the second, up to the day, up all that I'm doing, watch me live trade, you get into that Discord. First link down below. But for those who are like, I don't have the money, don't worry. I'm not leaving you out in the cold. I'm going to give you a nice warm fire and some blankets here by letting you see what I'm doing. You continue to watch me make money. And that's what it's about. I want to teach while I'm on here. Today I'm going to teach you what moves I made. Remember, I started at 2231. This account is now up over $204,000 in 8 weeks. That's a lot of money. I made over $100,000 with the other 2 accounts. That puts me up over $300,000 now. And my goal is to take the 2.2, turn it into 10. Can I get to 10 million? I don't know. But I want to do it in 10 years. In other words, my real goal in my own head, I'd be disappointed if it took me 10 years. I'll be blunt. If I can do it in 5 is what I'm shooting for. And that's including annual payments I put in here. I want to do it in 5. And I'm going to be taking high risk. So this is my family's retirement, my wife, myself, basically. And I want to grow this live in front of everybody so they can see what I'm doing. I might not be right all the time, but when I'm wrong, I have risk management. This right here is my equity plays that I like so far. You can see today it was a nice little gainer today, 1.46% up. Nice gain overall, 48,000. Yeah, you can see what I'm doing here. So I like it. Rocket's one I really, really, really like for the next year. I might even add on to this. I'm going to take some higher risk. Nvidia's one I've had. I cut that down because it's what I have left in there is the profit. So this is all profit. And Amazon, very similar situation. So Baba is one that keeps surprising me. I got into this one, you guys, for those who follow me in the Discord, just a couple of weeks ago, and it's already up $11,000. So the moves I continue to do, what do we got here? Some features on, okay, yeah, we'll take care of that. Yeah, so you guys can see what I got. Now we move into the moves today. I spent 34K. I spent 34,000 today. And that's what we're doing. So 34,000. And I still got 860,000 in cash. I'm going to be spending it quick. I don't like cash sitting in there. So you'll see I have a few. I bought today, I'll be blunt. I bought SOLZ. For those who know, you know. Solana, you made it. Solana is one that keeps just wowing me. So I added on my normal DCAing into these is about 10 to 12,000 per clip. A normal position for me is 100,000. 100,000. These are half positions. I don't have a lot of, I have a double position in Rocket because I bought it in another account as well. So I have 200,000 in that. That tells you how much I like it. So we come over here and look at Ethereum. And I bought some Ethereum today. And as you can see, it was another, I think, 12,000 roughly. And I'm now up to 80,000 in Ethereum. Now it's down $2,000 since I've been DCAing because I do still think it's under risk. Remember what I just told you, because some people in here, Mo's buying. Easy, folks. I want to have over $1 million worth of crypto. And if you look, and I'm talking in this account, if you look at how much I got between these, 70, 80, 90, I don't even have one full position, which is 100,000 altogether. These are my normal positions, 100,000. I don't even have 100,000 of any single one or all of them together. In other words, I'm not even at 10% of what I want to invest. I'm at 9%. So I am going slow because I still don't trust it, but I did take a little bit of risk today and added more XRP. I got XRP in right there, about 11K. And I did that today. I did a Solana today. And I never bought an XRP or Solana ETF before. I have always owned it. So I'm moving into this, and these are going to be held for the long term now. So for the Solana in the XRP, for anybody saying, well, would you get rid of it, Mo? Well, I would if everything started to collapse. I can quickly reverse. But it would really have to be ugly. And it could get ugly. And that's why I'm only in 90K out of the 1 million. And you can see I continue to make money. And that's what I'm trying to do here. That's the goal. That's what we're trying to do. And so I added some on today, as you can see. That moves us into the charts. Take a look at the charts. What do we got today? Well, we had a big clip with Ethereum. And we'll start with Ethereum. I'm going to go through all four now. I'm going to call them the big four, the four horsemen of crypto. That's what they are to me. They're the four horsemen of crypto, and they're the ones I'm riding now to the promised land. All right. I don't know what that means to you, but I'm telling you, to me, I'm going to explain it. I love Ethereum. It's to me the top play. It's the top play. I have to be blunt. This is the one I think is going to run. That's why I have the most of it. Yes, we're in consolidation right now. Yes, we are under the 13 and the 5. It's very bearish for now, but it's still consolidation. And I have no problem waiting. I continue to DCA on every week. You guys see that? I keep throwing in 10, 12,000 as we get through September. I'm going to start picking up my buys at this point. We are now in the second week of September. Remember, by the end of September, I want to be loaded to the gills with crypto. I'm not talking 100,000 worth. I want to have hundreds of thousands of dollars worth of crypto by the end of September going into October. At that point, my risk becomes risk on. I let the chart speak for me, though. Where I wanted to buy is down here at 4,070. We never got down there, man. We had it right here, and I never had a chance. It was a bad day for me. I would have loved to buy there. We didn't get it, but then the Fed came out, and I thought we were going to do it right here. But then the Fed came out and said, hey, we're going to cut. And that killed any chance I had of doing what I wanted to do. Now we're at my support level right here that I see. It's just plain as day. And if we fail here, we'll go down. If we succeed, we're going up. If that 5 crosses the 13, the green line crosses the yellow, I'm all in, man. I'm gonna take the chance. Remember, I know crypto, it's risky, and you go into that knowing that. It's shown a lot of strength. In other words, we're close to either breaking down to where I want to buy or having this starting to turn. I'll give you an example. Now let's go over and take a look at XRP next. XRP is the one that I just added on. And some people, and I get it, the key line I have here, and I discussed this in the Discord, earner tier, get in there. First link down below. It's on the house, 72-hour pass. Take advantage of it. So I was discussing this. And I said it in the videos in the last couple days that XRP is starting to show life. And I said, do not sleep on this. I was waiting for a break below the roughly 275 zone. Never happened. We had T's down below, push up. Right here, T's, and that's it. We're done. We're moving away. It's now going up, hitting the 13, coming back down, teased it again, and now we haven't touched it. Now that 5 just crossed the 13. Folks, I take emotion out of it. You show me a chart that looks like this, I'm going to tell you the same thing every time. It's starting to turn bullish. You have now crossed the 50 EMA. If that confirms tomorrow above $3, and then you get a confirmation above 3, and then Bollinger Band's tight as it is, this thing could break. And it could break quickly. A lot of shorts could get squeezed. So I added on today again. And yes, I still have XRP regular crypto plus the ETFs. This right here is the StockMo indicator, popping it up. We just crossed the 5 and the 13, and the RSI just changed up to 53 bullish. Confirmation tomorrow is what I'm looking for, and I'll buy more. If it does turn red tomorrow and we get a nasty red candle back down to the 50 EMA, I'm not going to lose sleep over it. It is a normal thing. We get above the 50, it retests the 50, and then it slingshots up. That shakes out the weak hands, and then it runs. I've seen this a lot. It could even confirm and then come back down and bounce. I'm okay with the buys I have now because I understand what normally happens at this point. If we crash back down tomorrow below the 50 EMA, and we hold the 13, I'm still okay because they're so close, right? But if we confirm below the 13, this was a fake out. This was a bull trap. If it does start to run, though, and we get above that $3 confirmed, I feel really good about it. I would believe more times than not we are going to run higher. And that higher is up to that 330 mark. 330 is what I've been looking for the longest time, all right? 330 is right here. If we get that 330 and break, that's where I think we're going to all-time highs. Almost, I would feel very confident. I can never say guarantee or anything like that, but I'm extremely confident. Now that takes us, so that's why I bought some of that. And I've been buying it. And you guys know I've been DCAing. Everybody else, oh, why? Because it's showing strength now. And so I don't want to discount that. We go to Bitcoin. I still don't own any of this. Should I? Let me know what you think in the comments. I think the answer is yes. Oh, how about this? Why don't you have it? I didn't do it yet. I'm giving it one more day. I did add on, like I said, the XRP Ethereum today. And look what we got off that same support, and it's starting to come up. And now tomorrow, the 5's going to cross the 13 tomorrow, as long as it's bullish. If we have a massive red candle, it won't. If that red candle goes below the 13, then we won't have it. But if it stays above the 13, we should have it. It teased the 50, failed. Teased the 50, failed. But look how it's starting to get closer, and it's only a matter of time. That, my friends, right here is the line of resistance. If we break that resistance and confirm, right, and that 50 is going to come down to it, oh, goodness, folks, it gets bullish. And I mean, it could run. I'm one of the big guys out there who does research 24/7, who is looking for October, November, December to have some crazy all-time highs for Bitcoin, Ethereum, Solana, and XRP. All right? And my prognostication is still there. It doesn't mean I'm going to be right. Right now, the candles are saying, no, Mo, no, you're not going to be right. But I also understand the macroeconomic situation with the Treasury, the rates, the Fed, all of it. I would argue better than anybody out there when it comes to who I watch. And I believe we're going to have that positive run. So much so, I want to have a 7-figure amount of investments into that. And if I'm wrong, I'm going to pay the price. I'm probably going to lose $100,000, $200,000. I don't want to lose $100,000, $200,000. Thus, what you're seeing me do, the way I do it, risk management. That moves us into the last one. So I might be buying tomorrow, depending on how this does, a little bit of Bitcoin. Okay? That moves us into Solana. Let's go. Solana. Mo buying Solana. Let's go. Yeah, look at this. I got in a little bit early. Why? What do you mean? Well, this thing's bull. It's a bull. This thing is just running. It's running through the streets, man. I don't know if that's in like Barcelona or wherever they have the running of the bulls. It's the running of the bulls. So it's retesting right here. You can see we are breaking that. And I normally day trade. You guys know one of the things I look for is a closing candle above the previous high. So we come down, we hit it, we come back down to 13, retest the 13, retest the top. If this confirms above that resistance, I do expect, and that means an opening closing candle tomorrow, that this thing would pop. And I know what you're saying, it's already high. It doesn't matter. It would pop after that. That's normally what would happen. Now, you can see it's coming down since that nice price, but I had to get in before the market closed. So I did this between 3 and 4 o'clock. I don't have a lot of time to make the moves I want to make because I have to do it between 9:30 and 4. It's in an account where all my money's at, and that money in that account, I have no choice. I trade during regular business hours. So the downside, I don't get to trade all the time 24/7. The upside, it's in a retirement account that all the gains I've been making, they're tax-free, folks. There's something that a lot of people don't realize, that I actively trade in my retirement accounts. I can't touch the money, I can't take it out, but I can trade it. And I do trade it. And I make a substantial amount of money in there that continues to grow tax-free. For everybody saying, well, his swing trade and he has to pay. No, I don't. I don't have to pay any taxes on it. Not until I take money out, and I'm not taking money out. Not for the next 10 years at least. And so I like the risk because I can handle it. It's over 10 years away. And I'm continuing to work, as you guys know. And so we're going to see what we can do. I'm excited about it. This is bullish. It's bullish anyways. If this does form a double top and we confirm below the 13, I get out, just like I day trade. If we go back down below the 13 EMA and it confirms, I'm out. Like this would have been an out here, and I would have got burned instantly. Not here, not here. This one would have been an out. We got below the 13 right here on this candle, I would have sold, but then it dropped even more. Then it reversed up. Back above the 50. Right here's a candle I would have bought. And then it goes up. And it comes down, tests the 50. And so it's an ugly, ugly trip so far, in other words. And we'll see how this does. So we're going to see, normally when I see this kind of strength on a candle, I expect a red candle the next day. I really do. And I'm not surprised to see it. So if tomorrow, and these candles end at 8 o'clock on my computer, if we see that, I'm not shocked. If we don't, I'm not shocked either way. So far, it's bullish, and I like what we're seeing. I hope the strength continues. Obviously, I want to make money. I want everybody out there to. But I will say it again. Solana, extremely bullish. Ethereum, not so much. I'll just real quick recap. This is still red. If you said, what do you think here? I'm going to think it's going to break down to the 50 still, 40, 70 still my price. I'm not going to be shocked. It has been holding up though, so I'm also not going to be shocked there. I would say more times than not, we're going to see this drop. XRP, on the other hand, for those saying, what about XRP, Mo? You can see we're starting to confirm above this. I'm not going to, I had to look at this and you said, what it's going to happen? I would tell you more times than not, we're going to run. It might retest the 50, but more times than not, this is going to get bullish. So XRP is looking better than Ethereum. Bitcoin is now looking better than Ethereum in terms of just the last few candles. Ethereum is still bullish. We're still above the 50. It still has great RSI. It's still looking good. Don't get me wrong on Ethereum. That's why I have the most of that one. These are under the 50, bearish, 48 on the RSI for Bitcoin. That's why I don't have any. Until this thing starts to show me that it wants to play right and we start to move up, then I start adding it. That's why I don't have any Bitcoin. But XRP has shown me that right here. It showed it. Solana showed it. Ethereum, the promise of Ethereum, oh, goodness gracious, corporations are buying it left and right. I like that too. But the staking in there with the spot ETS this October, I think it's going to come quick. And once it hits, you're going to see a lot of love for Ethereum. So I want to get positioned before those announcements that could happen before the end of this month or very, very early in October. So you're going to see buys picking up. Hit the subscribe button, follow along. There's no, this is how you can get that info. Now, if you haven't done it, get over there. First link down below. You can get that 3-day trial into the, right here, boom, right into the earner tier. Get into that one. All right, you get everything there. If you just want the 36 learning lessons, though, you can do that, the learner one. But this is the best thing I've ever done. Like I said, I'm going to try this for today. I'm going to let, there's a lot of you taking advantage of it. And it's up to you. You guys try it. Give it a shot. Let me know what you think. 3 days. That's a huge amount of time. So there you go. For everybody who says, I want to see it, Mo, I don't like the idea of spending unless I know, this is your opportunity. We also have the webinar ready to go, 4-step framework for successful technical analysis. It's about an hour long. It's where I teach you from a national champion coach / teacher. This is your opportunity. And do not sleep on the Moomoo opportunity down below with the NVIDIA stock they do here with the 8.1% APY. This is all right here. You guys can read what they do, but you have to use my link below. If you do not use this link right here, it does not work for you. All right, folks, that's the update for today. I will see you in the Discord.